guys, so today we're going to do some planting of carrots, and I'm going to take it back to basics as I'm a newbie gardener myself. My name's Sian and I work for Spring to Life. So today we're going to be planting some early Nancy carrots, which is one of the most common carrots that people do tend to grow, and we're going to do some companion planting. So we're going to plant marigolds around the raised bed, and the reason being is marigolds are great at repelling carrot flies. So we're going to plant them together, and the marigolds are going to go all the way around the outside of the bed, which is going to stop the flies. It's going to act as a barrier to ensure that the carrots are not eaten away before we plant them. I'm going to keep the terms I use pretty basic today. As I said, I'm a newbie gardener myself, so it's something new that I'm trying. This will be one of the first times that I've tried planting carrots before. So what you want to do as well, what we've done today is we've already lined our bed with the compost. So the nutrient-rich compost needs to be at the bottom of the bed. Now the reason for this is if you put the nutrient-rich compost at the top, the carrots are going to be lazy. They're not going to grow their roots and reach to find nutrients. They're going to sit on the top and become quite small. So we want the carrots to grow and reach with their roots right down to the bottom to be able to get all the nutrients they require to grow, so we get nice, big, fat, juicy Sunday dinner roast carrots. So that's the idea, guys. So what we're going to do, we don't need any fancy tools whatsoever, is we're just going to use my fingers and create some lines. Now the carrot seeds are really small, so a general rule of thumb is if your seed's about 1 centimetre in height, we're going to probably dig about 2 centimetres, so we want them to grow down. We don't want to plant them too far, so I'm going to do 2 lines to start off with, and we're going to plant them quite densely. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to just sprinkle them along the lines. Not going to worry about one seed here, one seed here, one seed here, because not all the seeds are going to grow. And later on there is a thinning process required to ensure we get the best carrots. So what we'll do is when they start to grow, you'll see which are the small carrots, and you can pull out and dig out the small carrots and use them for your salads or whatever you want to use them for, to give the bigger carrots space to grow, so they've got the space that they need to grow to become quite big. So we're going to start with that first. I'm just going to tip them all out first. They're quite small, so there we go. Make sure we get all the seeds out. We don't want to waste any. That's brilliant. So I'm going to start on this line, and I'm just going to sprinkle as we go along. There's no magic art to it. Just sprinkling, ensuring there's a little bit of seeds everywhere. And there's enough for the other line. Brilliant. And then I'm just going to do the second line here. Brilliant. And it's as easy as that, guys. And as I said, no tools required, just good old fingers. Guys, we've put all the seeds in now, so all we're going to do is literally get the compost, cover the seeds up and pat them down. Simple as that. No special tools needed whatsoever. Just your hands. Pat it all down and make sure all the seeds are covered. There's one there. Pretty good. And then on the other side as well. And then afterwards, when all the seeds are covered, you need to water your seeds, but only finely water them, because the seeds are very small, so we don't want to wash all the seeds away and spread them over the rest of the bed. So I'm going to be planting other things on the other side of the bed, and this is going to be my side for carrots. So that's pretty good, and it's as simple as that. There we go, guys. So one trick I've learned as a newbie gardener myself, because I only started gardening last year, is as soon as you've sown the seeds in, is to use wooden sticks or lollipop sticks to write down what you've planted. So I'm just going to write carrots. Reason being, if you use anything plastic, it can break off and degrade in your bed, and you'll be finding pieces of plastic forever, which is not what we want. And the other thing is, yes, last year I attempted to plant all these seeds, and had a load of growth in my garden and I didn't remember what I planted where, so it's really important that you know what you've planted and where, because you will forget. So that's really, really, really important, guys, just to pop them in there. Okay, so after we've planted our carrot seeds today, we're going to move on to our companion planting. So these are our marigold seeds and they are going to be great friends with the carrots. The reason why we call it companion planting is because these marigold seeds are going to have benefits for the carrot. So reason being, carrot flies love carrots, they hate marigolds, so the marigold seeds are going to act as a boundary as such from the carrot flies, which will completely savage your carrots. You'll pull the roots out, you're not going to have any carrot left to eat. So this is a brilliant boundary for stopping the carrot flies getting to the carrots. The other boundary we've got is our pallet collar here, because the carrot flies can't fly very high. So this is another boundary to stop the carrot flies getting to our carrots. So what we're going to do, it's quite easy to plant. What we're going to do is just use our fingers, again, no special tools, dig a little hole, and we're going to plant about 3 marigold seeds at a time, so they're really quite fiddly. 1, 2, 3, and then literally just cover it up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave about a hand space. I'm going to do it all the way around. Reason being, I'm not sowing them in a line like we did with the carrots, is they're going to want a bit of space, you know, to grow, and it's going to look really pretty. So as well as it being a boundary for the carrot flies and stopping our carrots from getting eaten, it's actually going to look really beautiful when they do grow the flowers. Now there is another benefit as well with the marigolds. So the ones we're planting today, they are French marigolds and they're actually edible. So you can use them on your salads. They're really fragrant, so they can make a really good tea actually. You can use them as decorations on your cakes, and they're edible. So as well as being a boundary to the carrot flies and looking beautiful, you can also eat them, so it's a win-win, to be honest with you. So what I'm literally going to do is, I said, keep putting 3 seeds at a time in the little hobbles, and as I said, they are really fiddly. I've just managed to pick one up twice, and I'm literally going to go all the way around the area of the pallet collar and just using my fingers again. So that's pretty simple, and as I said, no special tools required, which is the best bit, to be honest. There we go. And as I said before, when everything's planted, you just want to give a fine water of everything in the bed, not anything too heavy, because the seeds are really fiddly and you don't want to wash the seeds away. And it's as simple as that, guys. There is a reason, guys, why we're planting 3 seeds per hole. That's because the germination rate for the marigolds is 1 in 3, which means for every 3 seeds planted, we expect 1 to grow. So if I planted 1 seed in each hole all the way along, I might have a marigold here, a marigold here, maybe a marigold over there, and that's not what I want. I want a good area of marigolds all the way around the pallet collar, acting as a boundary and a barrier from the carrot flies for our carrots. So that's the reason why I'm doing a ratio of 3 seeds per hole that I plant.